And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Who is able to make war with him?
Hello, I am David DeBusk, and again, today I'm coming to you from Texas. Folks, the book of Revelation is filled with visions of sinful humanity, of kings, conquest, and kingdoms. It speaks of angels, demons, death, and destruction. And lastly, it reveals the ultimate victory by God over all of his enemies, and a new Jerusalem that comes down from heaven. But among all the visions that was given to John is one that has fascinated readers for centuries. It is the vision of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, who go forth riding on horses of white, red, black, and green. In October of 2015, I wrote a short article about the 4 horsemen, and I circulated it among friends via email. The information in that article has stuck in the back of my mind ever since. Considering recent events, I believe it timely for me to review my observations and share them with you. Who are the 4 horsemen? Let's learn. I looked on when the Lamb opened one of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures saying with a thunderous voice, "Come." So I looked, and here came a white horse. The one who rode it had a bow, and he was given a crown. And as a conqueror, he rode out to conquer. Then when the Lamb opened the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd living creature saying, "Come." And another horse, fiery red, came out. And the one who rode it was granted permission to take peace from the earth so that the people would butcher one another. And he was given a huge sword. Then when the Lamb opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd living creature saying, "Come." So I looked, and here came a black horse. The one who rode it had a balanced scale in his hand. Then I heard something like a voice from among the 4 living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat will cost a day's pay, and 3 quarts of barley will cost a day's pay, but do not damage the olive oil and the wine." Then when the Lamb opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th living creature saying, "Come." So I looked, and here came a pale green horse. The name of the one who rode it was Death, and Hades followed right behind. They were given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill its population with the sword, famine, and disease. and by the wild animals of the earth. As a matter of information, it is interesting to see how inconsistent translators are in their usage of select words. The Greek word chloros appears only 4 times in the New Testament. The translators of the King James Version chose to use the word green 3 times, yet in Revelation 6:8, they used the word pale. Irregardless, the 4 horsemen are riding upon horses. One is a white horse, another is a red horse, another is a black horse, and the last one, a green horse. Well, the flags of the Islamic nations are bathed with the 4 colors of white, red, black, and green. More and more, I am beginning to think that John was revealing that the rider on the white horse will be the Muslim Messiah known as the Mahdi, and that the 4 horsemen will emerge as the Islamic Caliphate. I realize that many have tried to identify the rider of the white horse as the Antichrist. However, the one called Antichrist rises up out of the sea of nations, and if I am correct, will form an allied army that will march across the Middle East in an effort to subdue the Islamic nations and in an effort to form a one world government. And if I am correct, all of the armies of the world will be gathered and face off in the valley known as Jezreel, the Valley of Armageddon. Historically, men have centered their attention on 2 central figures with respect to the book of Revelation, that being the beast and the false prophet, when in fact they should have considered the possibility of 3, the Mahdi, the beast, and the false prophet. I think it goes without saying that Yahweh does nothing by chance. There is a reason that he chose the colors white, red, black, and green. So let me ask you, do you think that the colors of white, red, black, and green, as set forth in Revelation chapter 6, and the colors of the flags that represent the Islamic nations to be a mere coincidence? I'd love to know what you think.